Hello, all you beautiful people out there. If you're new, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I really hope that you enjoy this video and that you will like and subscribe. And for those that are coming back, welcome back. You know I love you. You are the lifeblood of this channel. Today's topic, Connecticut witch trials, Ludlow, and Wolcott. Wolcott used Dalton's book as a guide to gather evidence in proving witchcraft. He also used material taken from Bernard's book, inspired by his experience in Taunton Assizes in 1626. Because he was a leader in Windsor, he would have influenced the thinking of the reality of witchcraft. He would also have been in a position to get proof to try suspected witches. He did not have any hesitation in assuming a defendant was a witch, and he definitely thought that the defendant deserved death if found guilty. Roger Ludlow, second son of Thomas Ludlow, came from a long line of lawyers. He attended Balliol College in Oxford in 1610 and was admitted to the Inner Temple in 1612, where he trained as a barrister, attaining the title in 1620. Before emigrating to New England, he practiced in London, devoting himself to legal training that would transport well to Massachusetts and Connecticut. It's worth mentioning that his family was Puritan. Many of his family were in positions of responsibility for the Puritans, and two of his cousins fought for the Puritans in the English Civil War, and Gabriel, a cousin, was killed at the Second Battle of Newbury in 1644. Although a pamphlet mentioning the First Battle of Newbury in 1643 referenced a royalist witch, the fact that Gabriel's death was linked to Newbury, even in a later battle, stirred a long-simmering resentment toward witches. He most likely met Richard Bernard, author of Guide to the Grand Juryman, not far from his house in Maiden Bradley. This parson of Backholm became famous for preaching in Backholm and neighboring towns. Bernard gave public lectures until the bishop stopped it, and Ludlow would have been familiar with his views. Also, it is likely that he would have followed the witch trials in Taunton Assizes. Bernard was also a friend of John White, who likely used him to help recruit for the Dorchester Company, which Ludlow joined in 1629. Bernard also had direct family who had immigrated to New England with the Puritan community. He corresponded with New England clergy and leaders, complaining to John Cotton about the New England Congregationalists and their separatist ways. Cotton also fought with Bernard's son-in-law, Roger Williams, who founded the colony of Rhode Island. Although Ludlow likely never corresponded with Bernard, we do know that he was familiar with Bernard's writings because he may have known him personally and discussed the Taunton Assizes trial with him. However, Ludlow did not hold radical Puritan ideas, which led him partially to move to Windsor, Connecticut from Massachusetts. He left England at 40 years old as head of the Dorchester party that sailed on the Marian John. He rose in the ranks of Massachusetts to deputy governor. His bid for governor failed in 1635, and he joined others in moving to Windsor, Connecticut. In his new home, he helped draft fundamental colonial laws, and in 1642, as member of the General Court, he helped to draw up capital laws of Connecticut. The Witchcraft law was identical to that adopted by the Massachusetts General Court in 1641. Thus, witchcraft became a capital offense, with the law specifically quoting verses from the Mosaic Law. However, by this time, English law guaranteed certain rights. This made the witchcraft statute a bit tricky, because it is allegedly a secret crime. Under English law, the prosecution had to prove that the supposed witch was in league with the devil. The most important quote-unquote proofs at this time were witch marks, confessions, which obviously would take place under torture, and the quote-unquote water test, also referred to as swimming the witch. So swimming the witch was an English thing. What a person would do to swim the witch would take the accused witch, tie the right thumb to the left big toe and the left thumb to the right big toe, throw them in a river, and if they sunk, they were innocent, but probably dead because they would drown. But if they floated, they were guilty and then executed. So basically, you were stiffed either way. You were dead either way. The theory behind this test was that water, the element of baptism, would refuse to take a witch. Therefore, swimming the witch became a thing, which makes no sense whatsoever. At this time, suspicion was enough to start legal proceedings, and a suspect's absence from the supposed crime scene would not work in their defense because witches could use astral projection to commit their crimes, it was believed. I mean, come on, guys. It's so obvious. Even though the witchcraft law was based on the biblical Mosaic law, proving and finding evidence of witchcraft could be credited to Bernard, whose methods were included by Dalton. And this, people, is why we do not use the Bible as a law book. Bernard wrote that harm done by witches would not involve witches. Yes, people, you heard that correctly. It could be that harm was intended by God, really, or the direct involvement of devils. Therefore, Bernard had to find a different way of proving witchcraft, often involving finding witches' cheats, which will be discussed later. Really? Seriously? Community leaders in the Connecticut River Valley had brought with them their fervent belief that witchcraft was very real and harmful. Although Ludlow did a lot of good in his community, we must also realize that his belief in witchcraft did a lot of damage. Well, friends, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, press the subscribe button. And if you want to know when I come out with new content, hit the bell next to the subscribe button. All social media links are in the description, including my Teespring, PayPal, Patreon, and channel memberships. Please leave comments in the comment section. Not only do I love hearing from you, but it also triggers the YouTube algorithm. Keep learning and searching for truth. Here are a few videos from my library. If you have not watched them yet, go ahead and watch them and tell me what you think. Until next time, friends, stay safe and goodbye.